Hey, what's up you guys? This is Junior Trader, and in this video we are taking a look at SMCI stock. SMCI has its earnings this coming week, that is on Tuesday, so definitely that may affect price action in certain way. We'll have to see, and in this video that's what we'll be talking about. What are those key levels to watch? What is the overall structure on SMCI? What may change the structure on this after earnings? What are those, again, as I said, the key areas to watch? And all in all, we'll take a look at the price action and let's identify what are the possible moves we can be expecting on SMCI. So with that, guys, please hit the like and subscribe, and also please note none of this is any financial advice and is only for education purposes. All right, let's get it rolling. So we have a little bit of, first let me just show you what are the numbers expected. Also it depends a lot on the guidance, guys. No one knows what the price action gonna do through the earnings. Earnings can be great and things may still fall off the cliff. Their EPS is 8.13 and estimate revenue is 5.327. Let's see what was the last time. So the expectation is quite high, guys, on both fronts, revenue and the EPS both. Right, quite by manifold, their expectations are quite high. Now it all comes down to, so in the previous earnings where the price was, so previous earnings, right, the price was right around 783 and they're expecting much higher earnings. So why is the price falling? Because it doesn't matter, guys. It doesn't matter what the price is doing and what are the earnings doing. So there's just a disconnect, right? And that's why we do the technical analysis, because earnings may and will influence the price action that moment when the earnings are happening. But beyond that or before that, it's all about technicals, right? So now let's get into the things on the technicals here. So we are below 200 days moving average, all right? And we are still in the lower highs, lower lows. And I talked about once we lose this 200 days moving average, it's a flush. We got that flush. There's some buying happening down there, but we'll talk about that in just a second. But that buying in itself is not that strong enough that tells me, oh, it's bullish now. No, this one wick down here doesn't really puts any momentum to the upside. And since the time we lost this level 854, guys, I have been saying we have lost the pivot on the uptrend that we were in. Structure has become to the downside, and since then structure is still to the downside, right? So nothing has changed. Now definitely, well, so here's the thing. This is the area. If it happens before earnings or after earnings, 662 key area with 200 days moving average. If SMCI can get above it, there's a hope. It's not fully bullish, but there's a hope, all right, for the upside potential. So it all comes down to this level of 663 and 79 cents. Otherwise, if SMCI, even after earnings, let's say stays below 661, but stays somewhere here, it's still a downward structure on this, and right now it's still bearish. Right now, I'm not seeing any signs of bullishness on this thing, and so we'll have to see where the consolidation, if it ever happens, where it happens, and then we'll have to see what it does. One candle, a little bit of a wick down there is nothing. Why so? Junior Trader, why so? Because let's go to the hourly interval now. We haven't even taken out the previous pivot, guys. We haven't even taken out the previous supply zone. That's just a rebound because this thing just fell to the average range, right? My dashboard marks these things as well automatically with other levels. If you need my tools, links in the description below. So, and these stocks have their personalities. They will make average range and today's range in that that particular range, and then they will complete. And then if the time is left in the market, things may rebound, or if they're in the other side, vice versa, right? It may fall. So, but anyhow, so even that wick that came down there is not strong enough because we haven't even taken out the previous supply zone. And forget, even if the supply zone, that $663 level, is still like 200 days moving average is sitting down there, and also this is our structural resistance. We are also below 200 hours moving average. If any rebound, let's now talk about intraday plays, let's say Monday, it will be only an upside play if SMCI can get above 636 and 58 cents, which means above this is a bullish play, also above 20, but 20 hours moving average and 636 and 58 cents. Stop loss can be on the other side, but that will be just an intraday play. Then you are watching that level 662. I expect resistance there because there's a 200 days moving average. Sorry guys, sitting right over there. I'm talking too much. And this is where I do expect this thing may just, I mean, there's a high likelihood it will just resist at 663. If we get above that, we won't fully get bullish. There's a choppiness we'll run into because 200 hours moving average is also coming in from overhead. So all in all, I would say structure right now, even through these rebounds, 75% is bearish. There's just a lot of bearish momentum still on this, and we'll see after earnings. Now, what happens through the earnings, right? Now, there are two things. Either we, so how much, first let's take a look at it, right? How much does SMCI makes the move through the earnings? So last earnings, it gapped down, and we gapped down how much? We gapped down, this is where the open, this is where the open price was, $82. Wow, 10% almost down, right? What happened earnings prior? I don't think there was much to that. But let's see. Yeah, previous earnings prior to the last one wasn't much, but yeah, we have a gap, a little bit of a gap up here. Oh, sorry guys, am I on the right one? Yeah, I'm on the right one. Yeah, I'm on the right one. Yeah, so we have a gap up and then sold off, but then we eventually continued higher, right? That was also 10%. So expect a 10% on SMCI is what I would say on average, the move after earnings. So let's say price stays where it is on Tuesday as well before earnings. Let's say it just stays choppy. Where is the 10% to the upside put it? That can get it above 200 days moving average. Also, it depends where the price is, but we'll have to see if we get above that. All right, that will. So getting just above 200 days moving average, guys, is not going to automatically make it bullish because we have this strong pivot area sitting also as a resistance. I would want to see it after earnings above 692 to get some at least momentum back again to 762, but that would be it because we have a 20 days moving average coming from overhead. So you get my point. There's just so much right now. Eventually, like this depends what your time horizon is. If you want to take a rebound in this time horizon until these levels, that may, if only, will come if we even start to get above 200 days moving average and also 692 area, right? 693 in other words. Otherwise, forget it, right? So what if to the downside, right? What is the 10% to the downside? So let's say price stays over here, 10% would be 558. Now, yeah, like I won't be surprised actually if we see a little bit of this rebound here, and then we eventually though stay weak here. This is the area, very important, 664 area with 200 days moving average. And then though fully bullish, no, not even fully bullish, but more strength would be only above 692. But let's see what the earnings does. Or until then, those are the technicals we'll have to trade with. So yeah, sentiment is still bearish. Rebound, if they comes, eventually has a likelihood of just staying in the sell-off zone unless really strong rebound comes. And accordingly, we'll have a stop loss on the other side of the level, where because you're watching the price action at these levels. So if price starts to resist here for a couple of hours or minutes, but however your time horizon is of the window, and accordingly trades could be taken, or if we have a breakout, then trade could be taken on the other side with the stop loss on the other side. But that's the level to watch. That is for the structural area, 662. In the rebound, there is no guarantee how much rebound would come because we are trading against the structure, right? This was the flush play. Take partial profits down in the extensions. That was the play. And now we are waiting for what are those next plays, and I gave you the levels for those. All right. That's it for this video. If you found it helpful, valuable, please hit the like, subscribe. I'll see you in the next videos. Bye.